Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing on this beautiful Friday morning? Friday. Sorry. I had to get up and turn off my AC compressor. I forgot to do that yesterday. I can't believe y'all didn't tell me with all that noise it makes in the background. I hate it. I've still got to replace it at some point, but it works. So it's kind of hard to replace something that works. It's $300 when you don't really have to. Lone Star hopped in with his carry of the day again. Another cold steel. Code 4 is a super cool knife. Good morning, Bo and Lone Star, by the way. Hope you guys are doing great this morning. Good morning, TC. Good to see you, brother. Bright and early. Oh, that reminds me, TC. I think yesterday you misunderstood me about the pivot being titanium. So I didn't mean the pivot barrel. I meant the pivot screws. So a lot of pivot screws are titanium. But yeah, the pivot barrel doesn't need to be titanium. But I was thinking about that last night. You mentioned that pivots aren't titanium. Well, the screws a lot of times are. It just depends if it's a knife with a barrel and screws on both sides, or whether one of the screws is attached to the barrel. But a lot of times they just have a stainless steel barrel, and then they have two titanium screws on the outside that you can anodize. So that's more what I was referring to. Not the actual pivot barrel. Let's see. I had thought about that during the night for some reason. I was looking up knife parts, and I think I might have ran across some pivots and stuff, and it made me remember that. That's why I mentioned it. No biggie. So yeah, last night I carried a couple of bangers. I carry my golf putter, Rosie XL, which is a great knife. Action on it, superb. Can't beat it for the price. Great knife. And then I also carried my Canon Dia Neon NL, which is another superb knife. And it made me go and look this one up because I wanted to see the original. And I found out that the original, there was only 50 of them made, and they are $2,500 for this exact version. And that made me appreciate this knife even more. Dang, I forgot to turn off my phone. But yeah, so that's what I had in the pocket last night. I love the milling on that Canon Dia knife. Sorry. I do have a link to the original I'm about to show you here in a second. But you can see the milling on that clip is awesome. All the milling around the whole knife is awesome. And he did a great job on this one. There's like 3 different versions of this knife, and this VG10 one is the best value one. They make an M390 one, but the milling on this one and the fit and finish and everything, you can't beat it. We do have the drop point to go over this morning, so we will go over that. Let's see. Here is the. Let's look at this really quick though, since I've got it up. Here is the original one, and as you can see, the milling is pretty much just the same, even on the clip. In fact, it might look a little, I don't want to say nicer, but sharper. The milling is a little sharper on the Canon Dia. Yeah, this is a 1 of 50 knife in S110V. That's pretty awesome. But as you can see, the milling lines, it could be that picture, but I don't know, the milling lines look a little tighter on this one, actually, especially around the clip. Anyway, super cool knives. Yeah, as you can see on this clip, they kind of look a little more rounded off or smoothed off, maybe. And that could be a design aspect. But all right, let's see. I've got a bunch of stuff to look at today. I ran across something that was interesting last night, and that was these billets of M390 blade steel. And I know since some of the knife makers over there are using original authentic M390 blade steel, that there is some over there. So I did message this knife material store and asked them if they had the chemical analysis or the spec sheets for this steel proving that it was real M390. But they have some decent prices on some blade stock, and I was thinking about ordering a piece and trying to make my own reblade for my Shaman using this M390 bars. They do have it all the way up to 5 millimeters thick. To make the blade that I needed at least probably 40 millimeters wide, and they have a 2 mil. Let's see, they have a 200 by 50 by 2 millimeters thick. But to make the big reblade like I want to make, anyway, I've messaged him to ask him whether he can prove it's real M390. Quite sure it is, because he sells multiple. This is where I also found some other cool stuff, but he sells DC53 and 3-layer VG10 core steel sheets, and he sells, I believe he has some other blade steel, but he has some really cool, he has all the common G10 materials. He also has some really cool pivots that are milled. Let's see. Yeah, so he has some pivots here that have some really cool patterns on them that look super cool. I haven't translated these measurements to see, but I'm sure we could get a pivot. But I was thinking about trying to even make my own folding knife with some of these parts, but I'm going to start with a reblade, I think. But he had, let's see, some other super cool products on here. Yeah, so he has the VG10, the DC53, and the M390. And he has Damascus stuff. He also has the Kite sheets that you can use a heat gun to make sheaths for your knives. So that's cool. But when I got here, it led me to another rabbit hole, which was Alpha Knife Supply, who has, let's see, titanium, wait, hold on, blade material. He has M390 also, and I do trust it more, but it is pricier too. But you can get a piece 2 inches wide, almost 12 inches long for 77 bucks. So you could definitely make 2 blades out of that for 77 bucks. And then I started looking at hardwares here, and I believe that's where I ran. He has Damascus billets too, which is super cool. All different kinds of patterns. And this is Alpha Knife Supply. If you haven't checked it out, you should. But he's got all different thicknesses, all different patterns. And then under hardware, I went to pivots, and he had pivot barrels of different sizes. And this is the kind down here at the bottom I was talking about that you would use for. So I went to pivot screws, and as you can see, most of them, these top 4 are like stainless steel, but then a lot of them are titanium. So these are titanium, 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 Damascus. So he even has Damascus ones. But yeah, you wouldn't want the actual barrel to be made out of anything that would wear down, cause slop in the knife. But you can get all kinds of knife parts from this guy, including pivots and pivot screws. So that's pretty cool. Being able to get cool shaped ones like that is pretty awesome. And of course, a lot of these you could take and mill a pattern on it. They're thick enough that you could mill it out to make it look however you wanted to. Good morning, Waylon and Ron Crow and William. Welcome to the party. Looking at knife parts. He has carbon fiber too. He has pretty much anything you would need to make a knife. But he also has titanium sheets that you can make knife scales out of. And I started looking at the price of it, but I didn't have my calipers on me to measure how thick I would need. Oh, and he has a cool section over here called WW, which is Weird and Wonderful. And this is stuff that's like blemishes, or the grain runs the wrong way, or something that you could buy to practice on. So I was really looking up, reason I got to this rabbit hole is because I was looking up titanium sheets to practice laser work on, to see how much that was going to cost me. But he has tons of different blade materials here that's cross grain, and some of it is just D2 and on sale. But 8 inches by 2 inches for $7. Blade steels and M2, D2, 80 CR. Let's see what else he got. And then he's got like handle materials that you can get for like little of nothing. White, black, cherry red, G10, $4. So some of this section would be super cool to buy stuff to practice around with. And I believe Michael was the one that asked me at Blade Show, morning Pete, to pick him up some cheap stuff. And this website with these blemish sales would be a great place to buy little parts. So I'll throw the link in the links channel. You can find all the other stuff at the top of his page, but there's the link to the weird stuff, and then I'll throw it in the Discord links channel. Let's see what is next. Before we get to the drop point, because we end up looking at a bunch of knives that are all the same, wanted to show a few things that I ran across last night. So I did end up getting one of these clip points. I found a page that had them cheaper for the M390 clip points for $112, and I got $20 off. I ended up getting it for $91 with tax. So $91 for a clip point relative clone in M390 with nice diagonal milled titanium scales is a great deal. I actually, let's see, I was going to show y'all the price of it, but I just told you. So right here's the price of it. It started out as $112. I had some coins and a $20 coupon, and it brought it down with $8 tax. It was $91. So that's a heck of a deal. And then while I was browsing around, I found a bunch of knives that interested me last night. So let's just go through a few of these. This wasn't, this one was kind of weird. And being a titanium knife, I don't know, the blade shape is what kind of got me though. And they have a plain one. So that looks like a nice little utility knife. I hadn't seen that one for sure. I've got a few of these little knives that I ran across that look kind of cool. That one looks kind of cool. Let's see. Then I ran across this District 9 that I liked. I liked the blade shape a lot. This is an M390 knife. The black one is sold out. But District 9 makes a few knives that I like. And then this was a Green Thorn Mini Persian. And I wasn't sure if it was a copy of something or not. But I kind of like the look of it for $70. Oh, you're not seeing which... Dang it. I hate when I do that. I just totally went through like 3 knives that y'all didn't see. Oh well. Let me show the little first one that's kind of interesting. Dang it. I hate when I do that. Gotta pay attention better. So this was the first little one I was talking about that had a weird blade shape. Little utility knife. I kind of like the pattern on it and the blade shape. It says it's M390 steel. Don't know about that being true, but for that price it might be, because it's not much steel. That one was kind of cool. And then the District 9 that I was just talking about that y'all couldn't see was this one, the Venator. Looks like it comes with a whole set of hardware, including the pivot tool. But I like the blade shape on that one. And that one will be real M390 for sure. And then the next one was this Mini Persian. And I don't know if it's a copy of something, but it's only $70. Some of you would like that little knife too. I thought Sever 7 might like that one actually. And then, so here's some of the M390 versions of that that Zero's NL. I mean the Neon NL. Sorry. They have 3 different versions of it still available, which are pretty cool. If y'all want any links to any of these, I've got them. And then this was another interesting one that I haven't seen. maybe, no, we looked at it one day actually. I was looking at some M390 knives, and that one has, that one's kind of weird because it has the two halves. It almost looks like an integral. Is it an integral? I don't see any screws on. Yeah, no, it's two pieces. It has a screw back there. They just made it to look like the back of it. You can't really see the line right there, but yeah, it's two pieces. That was a cool knife I ran across. Then this is the Canon Dia F95 version, which is super cool in real M390. We'll go through that pretty fast. This was another one I want to grab that I haven't. And then I was wanting to ask Pete if he thought about getting one of these, if he liked that blade size. And shape, because that's one of the Terramundi, and that's real M390, and that's a real knife. But I thought that might be a good size. I think he bought a new knife that might be too big for him. But this looks like a cool knife with that blade shape. And I do believe it is smaller. It would be a good size. It would be a good candidate for a flipper tab delete and a thumb stud put on. It would be a perfect candidate for that, actually. Or, yeah, it's big enough you could put a hole in it. You could put a blade hole in that one easy. That's a good candidate. I'm thinking about buying one of those just to mod. Because a blade window in that one and a flipper tab delete would make an awesome looking little knife. And I'm curious about how big the actual blade is. We can look that up on the actual site, but 75 millimeters. Hey Google, what's 75 millimeters in inches?
75 millimeters is 2.953 inches.
2.953. So right at 3 inches. So that's probably perfect. Wow. And it's a it's a pivot lock, which is super cool. Why did the screen go full size? All right. So that's a super cool little knife. Let's see, what else did I have? Oh yeah, this is a cool little fidget spinner pry bar, titanium. It looks like it would be cool to have. So I ran across quite a few little things last night, including this. And let's see. That was that. Then they're actually selling the Tyrant from Exceed Designs on AliExpress. And I was curious what the price was, because you can get this for $20 off. You can get it for 96 bucks. And I was curious what the price, but it comes with all this stuff, extra hardware, and it comes with available at additional cost on Amazon. But I needed to look up the price of the Tyrant because I didn't remember. I didn't actually do that, so let's do that right now. Exceed Designs. All right, so that's an expensive price, evidently. Looks like they were 120 bucks, but they've dropped them down to 80, so forget that price. Then I found those little magnetic things on here. They have a aluminum one, or titanium, zirc, stainless steel, and Damascus. That zirc one for 136 bucks isn't bad though. They're those little fidget magnet things that you can spin around all different directions. Those are pretty cool. I was just showing you some stuff that I browsed. Then I ran across this little knife, which was a weird little, if it really is titanium, not a bad price for 24 bucks. They had two patterns, a topo and that frag looking one. And it has a cool clip on it. It actually has a folding out, it has a bottle opener, I believe, yeah. So it has a bottle opener and a screwdriver that'll fold out instead of the blade. Yeah, I think you can replace, oh, no, I see. Is that right? When it's closed, you can use the bottle opener, and I guess when it's open, so it's a pry bar when it's closed. When it's open, it's a knife. But 24 bucks, that's weird. I mean, it's probably a good deal. It's a cool little knife, I guess. I'll throw the link to this one in the links channel on the Discord, just because for 24 bucks somebody might want to try it. But like I said, if y'all want the links to anything else I showed, just hit me up. That might be a cool one to try for 24 bucks. And then I ran across these, which looks like they would be cool to try for 34 bucks. And they're little Swiss Army type knives made out of titanium with, I don't know how many tools. Let's see. We can get but they had some cool patterns on them. Titanium is so cheap over in China that they're really starting to come out with a lot of cool titanium stuff for decent prices. And I don't know I don't know why they're not showing all the different blades, but it's like a little Swiss Army knife. It's even got a toothpick and tweezers, it looks like. At least tweezers, or at least a toothpick. There we go. So it's a little 5 with the corkscrew, 5 blades, and then it has the tweezers. Yeah, you can see the tweezers and the toothpick. But for 34 bucks, cool little, nice little. I'll throw that one in the links channel too. Just because that's a cool little titanium Swiss Army knife. And I hate how Discord doesn't link the AliExpress, doesn't label the AliExpress links that I put in there. So I have to. Let me label this one so you can tell what it is. Swiss Army titanium. 34 bucks. Alright, and then I'll label this one 24 bucks titanium tool / knife. Alright, I got those labeled, sorry. Yeah, the ones with the Victorinox logo is pretty cool. I don't know if those would fit on any other knife too. Yeah, that one right there is pretty cool. And then we're back to the sheets and the knife material and the Weird and Wonderful and the Tyrant. Alright, so now I can close all of these and we can go to the drop point from yesterday. Let's see what's new this week. So, let's start with the folding knives. So upcoming, I believe the first is Tuesday. So on Tuesday, the Gateway Barlow comes out, $70. Looks like, I don't know which ones will be available. Maybe all of them. It's a cool little deal for $70 though. All right. Today, as soon as the broadcast is over at 10 a.m. Central, the Camo Necronaut comes out. It's just a little too funky for my likes, but a lot of people will love it. I think I like the red one better than the black one. I like the red one I like that red one with the silver blade, looks best to me. I don't know, the black and gray looks good too. Yeah, they have the reverse. I think I like the black with the gray better than the gray with the black. Anyway, super cool knife. What's the price on those? $345. Yeah, Arcane, I've talked about before how they're a little too wild for me with all the holes in the blades and the blade shapes. But they have a couple that I really like. The Automaton is one of them. And then the other one I kind of like is the Automaton. And there was one more I kind of like. The Creature, I think. No, it was the Crypt. So the Crypt is the other one that's kind of my... I don't necessarily love that one, but I like that blade shape better. And it does have that big finger choil. Looks like it would be comfortable. But if you're going to buy Arcane knives, you're probably going to go to get one of the wild ones, because that's what they're kind of known for. So I guess I'm just the weird one. A lot of people would like that knife, I guess, but I just don't. A little too wild for me. I'm a little too conservative for that, I guess. All right, Half Face Blades collab. The Crow comes out today at 11 Central. Why am I not logged in? I think because Firefox updated. Alright, let's click that link again and see if it actually shows up this time. Huh. That's pretty wild looking. Hard to Kill. That's some pretty wild milling on that handle there. It's an integral. So that's cool. It's an integral with a reversible clip. So that's even cooler. Yeah. So that's not the same DEFCON, is it? I don't think that's the same. Oh, it's asking, it says password. That's kind of weird. Yeah, so DEFCON Knives, I believe, is a different It's DEFCON Tactical. And that's super weird that that link takes you to a place that says /password at the top. Huh. Let me view page source and see what's going on here. An American company made in the world over... Weird. GitHub. A select box enhancer for jQuery and prototype. These are scripts. These are cascading style sheet scripts. Let's see. JavaScripting. Shop. My Shopify. So here's their shop on Shopify. So we can go there even though they don't have the link to it. And that took us back to that same password site. Huh. That's weird that their My Shopify com links leads right back here too. Here's their wallet, portable wallets, cascading style sheet. I'm trying to... Let me open this one and see if it shows something different. Page not found. There's a lot of stuff on this page for it to be blank though, which is kind of wild. There's their logo. Anyway, that's kind of weird to have a blank website. That knife, I'm not sure why there's two companies called DEFCON. Anybody know the answer to that? Anyway, it says that this was a collabo. I'm not even sure. It doesn't say who it was a collab with. Oh, Half Face Blades, I guess, is who did the collab with DEFCON. Alright, well, it drops tonight. Integral. Pretty cool. I like the milling on it. I just wish it didn't have those words. I mean, I guess I like the words on the back, but the big DEFCON billboarding, I don't prefer. I don't mind the hard to kill on the back of the... But I wish the sides were just clean like that milling pattern. That would be cool. Alright. Stuff that's already dropped. The Slip 4 Winter Edition. Can you add it to cart? Yes, you can, but their font is black on black, so you really can't see that. So you just kind of have to guess that you can. It's cool. I don't mind that billboarding on the clip there. It's pretty cool. Alright, the Cherry Bomb. I believe we might have seen that one last week. No, we didn't. That's one of those pointy knives that makes me want to stab stuff. Makes me want to poke stuff. That's a cool shaped little knife though. Aftermath Resin. Snakewood. Aftermath Resin and Red Oxbone. Vince just pumps out some knives, boy. They got a new model every week, it seems. It's a way to do it, though. Keep the prices fair and pump them out. Kind of reminds me of the Rosecrafts a little bit, too, but next tier up. Yeah. Alright, that's cool. Let's see. The clip point. Shift OTF. We saw that last week. Looks like they released the F5.5 again. If you want one of these, I've got one. I'll sell you. So don't buy one for $2.99. I'll save you some money. But I've got one of these exact knives. It's a great knife. Super comfortable. I thought I would love it more than I do. I don't know why I don't carry it more often. But it is a cool knife. I got let me put up these two that are on that I carried last night out in the case that I got handy here. Ow! Open! Open, says me. Alright, let me put those two up. Oh, where I can get my other case over here. I meant to ask William what he thinks about this Case Club case, because they're super nice. They're kind of big, and 90 knives is a lot of knives. So if you don't have a bunch, you probably shouldn't buy this big case, but let's see, where is my F5.5? I thought it was right along the side here. No. No, but oh yeah, this is why I might not have liked it, because I bought quite a few knives that were pretty close. So that FerraMonster Glideman was one that was really close to the same knife. And that might be why I didn't use the F5.5 more. They both have that double finger thing going on. And then along that same line, when I was buying those knives, I'm trying to think, there's another one that looks almost exactly like them that I've got. Oh yeah, it's in another case, but it's that FerraMonster Falcon. Looks very similar. It was actually in the, for some reason I've got it in the clone case. But this is a great size knife, except that I guess that's also why I didn't keep it, because you have to use, it's one of those 3.5 finger knives. For me, unless you use that front choil, and the front choil and my size fingers, I'm almost scared I'm going to get onto the corner of that blade. So I don't hit the blade, but to get 4 fingers on it. Yeah, I just said I might want to sell it, Pete. I said don't buy one for $2.99 because I'll sell mine for cheaper. But this is the other one. So the FerraMonster Falcon was another that I bought around that same time. That had that same little 3-finger thing going on. So all 3 of those, I was in the same kind of mood, I guess, and I just bead blasted these scales to fix them a couple of weeks ago. This Falcon's a cool knife too, and it actually has a bigger, see the choil on it is bigger, and I feel safer holding this littler knife than I do the finger choil on the F5.5. My finger wants to get up on the blade closer. So even though this is a much smaller knife, it feels safer in my hand, because as you can see, there's a gap between my finger and the point of the where the blade starts. The same with the the FerraMonster, there's a gap before the blade starts. So that's something you got to think about. So I would say this one, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. I mean, I can get a gap, but if I put my finger where it wants to go, it's pretty much right against that. So yeah, just thought I would pop those out while we were looking at that one. All right. The Raiden R2 has been live. Man, the blasted handle and belt satin on that one looks sweet. Yeah, I kind of like that one. That one is kind of sexy. Picture is awful blurry though. Wish they would get crisp, nice pictures. I haven't got that, even though I probably should, just because I'm supposed to have all of them, right? I've got the other ones so far, but I guess it makes a big difference having that blade window. But I've got that aggressive stone wash. That new one, no, they would have called it something different if they changed it, I would imagine. I'm sure it's just exactly the same as the old one. But we can look. I'll go back to it. I'm quite sure it's the same exact knife, yeah. It is. I can do the little side-by-side thing if I can get it lined up here. Let's see. Down there. Hold on. Let me get those out of the way. Whoops. Wrong button. Let me bring it up on screen bigger. That would be the better thing to do. Alright. Let's do the comparison thing. See if I can get it lined up here. Okay, we're off. So yeah. It's exactly the same. Yep, exactly the same. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought they would call it the same exact F5.5 if they had changed it up at all. They just made a new batch, I guess. Alright, Arcane Nebula Red Plexus. Is live. The Tango Jack, of course, is live. Yep. And I want just the titanium sunburst one. I will have one of those, but I won't pay the... I'll end up getting it 6 months from now. F3 Compact Spanto. I think we saw that one. Featherweight. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Looks like they just added these. Pretty sweet. I love how they offer all the different blade shapes. Oh, that one's got a movable thumb stud. Pretty cool. The Adjustable, removable, oblique, checkered tie thumb stud. That's a pretty wild looking one right there. One side is blue and one side is black. That's a cool pattern on that. That's pretty wild. Pretty crazy. Olamic has got some awesome knives. That's another brand I've got to get one of eventually, but got to step my game up a little bit before I get there. What is this one? I haven't seen this one. Oh, they folded the steel in the handle like a taco. That's a beautiful knife too, man. There you go. You can see the rolled steel. Man, that thing's pretty. Yep. Pretty wild. It's like those Japanese ones we looked at, basically. But that one's pretty cool the way they did the. All right, the Unto, another guy with the purple collars, man. That one looks nice. Looks like he just came out with. Is that a new button lock I see? Let's see. The Aos Button Lock pre-order. He does some crazy milling. Like, those are beautiful. That's a beautiful knife. I'm guessing it might be a top liner lock button. I like the symmetry of the knife when it's closed too. Yeah, as long as you keep a good grip on it, it'll stay locked up. That's like my Sword knives, SVORD. I've got those two peasant knives. That was actually, I was thinking about being that being the first kind of knife that I actually make myself was a friction lock. Because once I got these two and saw how they were made, how easy they were made, all you need is 3 pieces. You know, as long as you keep a good grip on it, and the way that these are made, they have a pretty long, whatever that part is, it sticks out. So when you're gripping it, that goes way back in the middle of your palm, so you feel kind of safe with it. But I sanded mine down and refinished the wood on it, but really nothing to make in those knives. Be a really good first project knife to make. I've got the regular one and the mini one. Those are cool. But I really like the looks of that one. And he's in Jackson, Tennessee, which is not very far from me. Alright. Vist Knives, the Kite. We haven't seen that one yet. CPM 154, blade and spring. Oh, it's got the Tiffany blue inside. That's pretty cool. Looks like the fit and finish of that thing is super nice. No kind of gaps, and all those little angled edges look great. Somebody spent a lot of time finishing that one. A lot of hand sanding and grinding. Yeah, I love seeing craftsmanship where you can tell a person took a lot of pride and time in making it. And even though it's not really my style, like, I can still appreciate it for sure. I mean, all those gaps are there are no gaps. Like, fit and finish on that thing is beautiful. And those inlays. Yep, lots of hand sanding. Super cool, super cool. Freelancer XL, we've seen that for the last 4 weeks in a row. Custom Cambria. Not a bad price on a custom 570. Again, not really my style, but I can appreciate it. Huh. Yep. All right. See what else we got here. Yeah, here's that one Ed was wanting to know, the Iserus. I really love that one. I'd like to try to find that one too. That is a beautiful knife. It's got a plenty big sharpening choil. That's how sharpening choil should be made. If you're not going to make the MBK Vaquero. Speaking of that, I think my Monterey Bay should be delivered today. Monterey Bay Vaquero. Coca-Cola Vaquero. Oh yeah, those have a cool blade shape. Warncliffe, Pete. There you go. That's your blade shape. Wonder if they offer laser engraving. They don't have the products. See if they have other models. So they got a stag one and a Coca-Cola wood. Yeah, that Iserus, man, that's something else. Like, and I even like the cheap version. They got the more expensive version. They got the black version too for you, Pete. That one's $469. The other one's $399. $369. $100 more just for the Damascus hardware. Then they have the black washed one for $369 as well. Yeah, I wish the clip, I don't know why they always do that and put a black clip on knives like that, but I would bead blast the heck out of that pivot and clip and make it just silver, silver, silver. Like plain Jane, I would do the thumb stud too. I don't know why I think they think, well, we just have to add some kind of color, so let's make the clip and the pivot a different color, but yeah, we looked at it, Nick. It was Sever 7 made us look at it. It was on their Instagram, I believe. I can't remember the name of it either. The Wolf, I believe. No, that's not it. That's an older model. It's on their Instagram. It's the is that it? The Anzu? No. There it is. Strength. Strength. Maybe that's not the new one. Maybe that's an old one they have. Is that an older model? Yeah, the Invictus. Yeah, that's an older model. Is it the Invictus? It was the one. Which one was it? Hold on. That's the Wolf again. That's an integral. The All-Star, the Persian All-Star integral. Those crystal tie ones are cool. What's the name of it? The Persian All-Star integral. 1 month ago, good morning, Michael. Yeah, we looked at it. I can't remember what it is either. I swear it's on their Instagram. Hold on. Let me look. That's the Vortex. Let's see. Good morning, Ed.
And they were here for Blade Show. We're fixing to see them off, and they're heading home. But I wanted to show you guys a couple of cool new offerings that are going to be hitting the website. One tomorrow, the other one's going to be hitting later on next week. Yeah, y'all really need to get excited for this. So the first one that will be hitting tomorrow is the knife that I named, the Iserus. So there are a couple of different versions of it. You have the copper carbon fiber here with the DLC crystallized titanium pocket clip, DLC M390 blade. Two different variants. We have the flipper only, and then like my personal version here with the thumb studs and flipper. So this is black Damascus on the bolsters, and then they have a couple of different colors. I think they have standard black, then they have the red, and then the green like we have here. And then you also have the copper as well. So these are all going to be on the website as of tomorrow. Now, coming later on in the week, we have the newest Vortex model. So this is the Model 2. Again, this is Jaleesa's personal Model 2.
Wow,
Fantastic
that's pretty.
New integral coming, manufactured by Tuya for Vortex. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful knives. Here's a couple other versions. So all crystallized tie. And these have the silver accents. I do believe most of them do have the silver accents, which I do think look really, really good. There are a ton of different versions of those as well. I'll try to pan across and let them be seen here. Then there's also some balisong trainers that they're doing, and they are really, really stinking cool. These look like live blades, but they are indeed trainers.
Yeah, TC.
So these will be going live around the same time as these, sometime in the next week. But you can see there are a ton of different versions that will be available. And then same thing with the Model 2. There are several different versions and several different colorways and different finishes. So there's some that are, you know, a little more polished. Like this one here is a little bit more polished. And then there are some that are definitely more matted, like this one here, that is more of a matted finish. So anyway, guys, be on the lookout for those. Don't forget code BEDC, save yourself some money.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Mr. BEDC. What is it? The Shocker. Yeah, it might be the Shocker. But that's not an integral. And I've got a Shocker. I've got a Tuya Shocker. It's one of my own. Whoops, about to close my fingers in the. I've only got a few black knives, and the Shocker is one of them. Don't know where it is. Oh yeah, I do. I'm selling my Tuya Shocker. It's in my sell pile. Yeah, that Model 2, let's go check out the website and see if it's live, because he said it would be. It's, dang it. I love my Envy. My Envy I just got has some of the best action of any knife I own. Like, I don't know what's up. I don't know how they got the action so good on it. But man, I'm not seeing it on here, but yeah, there it is. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. So let's see, they only have 4, 5, 8, 11, and 12. 4, 5 looks alright. 8 is hot pink. Blue is 11 and 12. 11 would be the one. 5. You might like number 5, TC. There's number 5. I think I like number 11 the best. It's more of that matte finish. I wish it was shiny. Same with that number 5. $3.99 is not a... Buy that for you and you'll pay me back. Is that what you just said, TC? Yeah, this... I don't know what's up with this Tuya... This Envy 2. But man, the action on it is just... I keep checking it. Like, I keep swearing like the pivot's loose or something because of how drop shut it is, but it's not loose. Yeah, I blasted this one and it looks way better. It looks like a brand new knife now. The texture on it's perfect. TC, you got more money than God. You need me to buy you a knife. $360 with discount? Is that what you said? What kind of discount? What kind of discount do we get? Let me make sure the cart doesn't do something crazy. I don't think I've ever been here, but what's my coupon code? What's our coupon code, TC? Let me see that price. Oh, BEDC. Yep, $359.10. No, that Raiden is not for sale. There's no tax, I guess, huh? Yeah, no tax or shipping. It's just straight $360. If you want it, TC, I'll buy it. How long is it gonna be before you have to before you pay me? I just had it out because I was looking at the difference between the R2 with the blade cut out. You don't know? Yeah. Yeah, the only reason I'm really not selling it, Nick, is because I've got one of all of them. All the Gen 1 ones. I've got my my little collection of them, the Grace, the Raiden, the Raku, the Voodoo, and the Ghoul. So I need that new one though, the Big Voodoo, whatever it's called. What's the Big Voodoo one called? Dang it, I can't ever remember the name of that knife. It's called the Vandal. So I need a Vandal. And I think I'm going to get this version of the Vandal. But I'm not sure. Let me see. Purple. Yeah, I'm either going to... I might get that version of the Vandal. I think I will get that version. I don't know. Have they dropped and sold out completely, or are they coming up? Like, oh, July 17th. Should have read at the top. William, yeah, I agree with the prime thing. Like, I showed y'all, I ordered a knife 3 days ago, and it's lost. So check this out. This is so stupid. Like, I ordered it and I did the $25 where they do it the same day delivery. And so it says problem occurred. So track package, it says, check this out. This is so stupid. Why do I pay for Prime? It says problem occurred. Unfortunately, a problem occurred during shipping. If you have not received package by June 28th, please come back here for an update. So I bought a knife and some stuff to seal my blasting cabinet, and it just got lost. So I replaced the order yesterday, and when I hit track package and I show if I go to see all updates, check this out. It says package being processed at carrier facility. A carrier delay has occurred. Delivery may be delayed. Package arrived at carrier facility. Package is returning to seller. Package is undeliverable and is returning to sender. Like, what the heck is all that about? I didn't do anything. Why is it undeliverable? So stupid. So I placed the same order again, and it'll be here tomorrow. And I'll have to send that other one back if it does eventually show up. Just stupid. And then I don't know if y'all saw, but I posted on Discord, like, check out this stupid drunk USPS thing on Discord. So this knife started out in Albany, New York, went to Springfield, Massachusetts, got to Georgia, below Tennessee, then got to Nashville, which is 25 minutes away from me. Then went from Nashville to Albuquerque, New Mexico. So it was 25 minutes away, and then it goes to New Mexico. Then it departed New Mexico, and then it arrived back in New Mexico, in Albuquerque. And then it departed New Mexico again, and now it's coming back to Nashville again. Like, what the heck? Like, how can it go from 25 minutes away from me all the way to Albuquerque, New Mexico, leave Albuquerque, and then come back to Albuquerque? Like, that makes no sense. Now it's got to come all the way back to Nashville, where it was 3 days ago, and then come to me. So whenever things get to Nashville, as long as it gets there by midnight, it'll be delivered to me the next day normally. So I should have had it 3 days ago. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. That's the Vostid clip. Stuff for channel. One more thing I wanted to show. Oh, there's my laser. That's not my laser. That's that guy's laser. Mine's the same thing. This is a cool video. You know, sometimes I don't really like Metal Complex, but if you need to fix a knife's pivot and it's off centering, I mean, if you're off centered, like, this is a good video. Hold on, let me turn off this stupid audio, because I'll get a copyright strike. But this is a good video just to keep saved, to show people how to fix off centering in a knife. And it will work on a lot of knives. especially Spyderco's. So I'll be getting my clone of that one on Monday. So that'll be cool. Yep, my clone of that VECP left Chicago yesterday. And it'll be delivered Monday. Out for delivery today are my two... oh yeah, I'm getting my my tenable... fixed blade today. The par. And I get those two knives I bought. I'm getting my Monterey Bay Knives slayback. And oh yeah, the YG 006. So I bought those a few days ago. But now I'm only missing one of the YG knives to have that whole set. But I bought one of these from a buddy a few days ago, and it'll be delivered today. It's an LMAX steel. And then I got the MBK slayback XLS. Except mine's not anode. Yeah, the Nick Shabazz. We watched that video, but this will be delivered today. Can't wait to see that one today. So I'll get that one, and my tenable par. I got the Tiffany blue. I'll get that one today. I can't wait to check that one out. Especially because of the sheath. I want to know how the sheath acts. I wish it had its ability to scout carry it. Looks like it's vertical only though. I could rig up some straps because it's got the holes. So I could put a couple of straps in it. But today is a cool 3-knife day. That one, and that one. I love when my mailbox... I showed a video of what I look at every day. So right here, here's the video I get from my cameras every day when the postman shows up. Whoops. Y'all can't see it. Hold on. Yeah, this is the video I look at every day to see if I got any packages. So I can see she's just putting mail in there that day. That's what I see, and then this is when I zoom up on it, so I can actually see if she's got any packages. I can tell she's just grabbing junk mail. That's pretty wild, though. You're getting a tech mat? What is a tech mat? $102 today in Turkey? Wow. It's I guess that's Fahrenheit. 102 Celsius would be crazy. It's supposed to be, it's only going to get up to 87 here today. Yeah, Tech Mat. Oh, it's TEK. A gun cleaning Tech Mat. Ultra Tech Mats. Oh yeah, I've seen those before. Like the 1911 one. They have all kinds of different guns, right? There's an AK-47 one. Yeah, that's pretty hot. Yeah, I've seen some other ones. Must be sold out of them. Oh, they got all kinds. Here we go. Yeah, my buddy's got one for a Glock. Oh, that reminds me, the new mats that I have coming in for the background should be here soon. One of them should be here soon. The one I got for, well, I can't remember. Let's see. Whoops, hold on. This one, God, I hate pop-ups on websites. Why do they all have a thing that pops up in the middle? So stupid. Oh, my new watch parts are on the way too to build my Blade Alchemy watch. I don't know if y'all saw, but I showed I'm building a new Blade Alchemy watch, and it's gonna have this face, and I've ended up buying let's see, which hands did I get? Oh yeah, I got these dang it. I have two accounts I use on AliExpress because you fool blocked me when I first started ordering from him. So I have hold on. Blade Alchemy. Here's my, I got these hands right here. I got those hands to go on it because they kind of look like knives. And I like that second hand. And then I got let's see, which one of these did I get? I got, can't remember which one I got. Oh yeah, I got this case for it. So I got this one. Well, no, hold on. Which one did I get? I got the black and gray one with the see-through. Dang it, I don't see it now. Oh yeah, no, I didn't get that one. I got the one that's black on black. But I got that black band, the regular band. Oh, here, and then I got And I don't see the stupid case I got. Black on black. You can't see. Oh, here it is. I got that case. So I got that case, the regular band, those silver hands, and then I got this purple and blue rotor cover for the back of for the automatic action. I got this purple and blue to match the dial. So the back rotor cover will match the purple in his shirt. So that'll be a cool little watch build. I'm wearing my Omega today. I've been wearing it for a few days actually. It's super comfortable. But they got rotor covers. That little thing on the back is for the automatic movement. And look how good that one spins, boy. That one just keeps spinning. Like you just get it going. And it just keeps going. But yeah, you can buy little rotor covers to go over the rotor. I like being able to customize and mod all kinds of stuff about watches. Alright, what else? We didn't look at any fixed blades. Let's go look at some new drop point fixed blades real quick before we end it off. So I skipped over the fixed blades. Upcoming today, Parable Craft has a hidden treasure. That's a good size. Like that little topo pattern on the blade too. And I guess all you need is one strap to do scout carry, huh? So yeah, I can just use the hole on that tenable, put a strap in it like that. That one's cool. Alright, let's see. Prodigal's Son. That one looks super comfortable. Handle looks a little thicker than that last one. Parable Craft. I'm going to have to follow them. I like those knives. Alright, what else we got? One-Eyed Ghost. District. Price to be announced. Alright. Well, I like the way those look too. What is his website? Linktree. Website. Let me add that bookmark. So the district is around 275. I haven't seen, what's this V2 Windsor? That's a thick boy. Wow, that's a good picture. Yeah, that knife looks plenty thick. He only has the one picture of it though. It's too short, 2.8 inch blade. That's cool though. Alright. Jake B creates the Rotten Banana. I got to bookmark all these people. That's a little one. S60V. So that comes out July 2nd. It says July 1st on here. Bradford, the G-Necker, comes out today in the drop point. Nitro V G-Necker. That's a good price on it. 99 bucks. It is available now. You can add it to cart. Super cool. Nimbus in black DLC. So see, Pete, he only charges 15 bucks extra for DLC. From 99 to 115. I know Pete said he'd be away from the meeting, but he's talking about DLC. He can't believe that you can get it for 30 bucks extra. But Bradford only charges 15 bucks for it. So the regular one's 99, the black DLC is 114. And like I said, there's Ulti-Clip's making a wire clip for scout carry. That's awesome. Schwartz Knives Overland. We've seen that one. It's one of those ones that I like the the handle shape because it's good for chopping food and stuff. You can get the blade all the way against the counter because of the way your hand sets. I've got those. Those whatchamacallit, Tack Ray. Those Tack Ray folding kitchen knives that they sell. This one right here, this big boy. This one has a clip on it. But these are the same shape I'm talking about, where the handle is offset so you can get the blade all the way against without your hand hitting. I got that one, and I got the smaller one, and they're button actuated knives. I want to put a clip on this one because I would carry it, but that's like a big shape of that same version I was talking about. I like knives like that for like camping, to where you can get your hand just like that. But that's a reasonable size one right there. Mine are, yeah, that's a perfect size, 3.3. Yeah, I really like that knife. That's a super cool little knife. Drops today at 8 o'clock Central. I might try to... Is that the Overland X? Yeah, that's the one I like the best. Might set an alarm for tonight. Try to get in on that one. Magna Cut. I've got a square nuck in my car door that a guy sent me. It's one of those single finger ones. It's squared off. What'd you say you have? A Civivi what? HID? Whoops. Whoa, what happened? Stupid mouse. So it's a folding knife, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I don't need another folding one. I want a fixed blade like that. I appreciate the offer though. Yeah, I don't. The folding ones, I don't know. I would use more. I would use one more for camping. So that's why I want a fixed blade. This one is almost a carryable size if it had a clip on it. I mean, it's pretty big still. I could almost carry it. Some people couldn't. All right, the Overland. I need to set an alarm. 7:45 p.m. $7:40 p.m. Overland. 9 hours and 59 minutes from now. So let me put that, let me bookmark that site so I can go right there. Alright. Yeah, I might try to grab one of those tonight. Alright, Dauntless, Surgeon. We saw those last week. MKC Tactical V24, we saw that last week. Oh no, it came out yesterday. But we still saw it last week because we were looking at upcoming drops. And this one comes out today, RMJ Tactical. We saw that last week. And then all these are live already. The Alpha. The Alpha's a cool knife too. That Berg Blades, that's a good price on it too. We saw it last week. That one looks super comfortable too. Is that a 3.5 inch or what? What do we got? 3.65 cutting edge. 4-inch blade. Yeah, that's a nice knife right there. That Alpha's a beast. Germs Metal Work, the Driplet. Oh, that thing's cute. What am I looking at? Is it fully polished or fully like? Wow, that's pretty wild. 1-inch blade, 3-inch overall length. Damascus. Free shipping, $75. That thing's pretty wild. Have y'all seen that little thing? I've not seen that one for sure. There's a closer view of it. That's pretty cool. $75. Man, I'm gonna have to bookmark that. That's interesting. Where's his Instagram? Let's see. Instagram. Follow. Yeah, there's a good picture of him. Wow, that's pretty wild. That's pretty cool. I'm not normally a fan of stuff that small, but that's definitely unique. The Small Explorer we've seen. Frago we've seen. Customs. What's this Reef Razor? Haven't seen that one. $420 shipped. Yeah, that thing's pretty wild. I don't have to go to his page to follow him, huh? You can click the follow next to him. We've seen the Hemingway, Blackbirds, Belletta. Belletta makes some nice knives in the UK. He's another one that makes some. You can tell he spends a lot of time finishing off all the fit and finish of his knives. Because there's no gaps anywhere. All the inlays, everything fits up perfect. I mean, look how good that blade is fitting against that pommel. I mean, look at that pommel. Like, all the hand sanding he does, gotta be pretty wild. He charges for it, but they're worth it. Like, that's another guy that I guess I would, it would be kind of like the one Pete bought at that knife show. Like, this would be a custom that I would like to have. Just because he like, even his leather work looks great. Like, I love that texture, that worn texture around the edge there, and everything about that looks sweet. Different colors, different color woods. Like, some of those textures in that wood, man, that's awesome. But the fit and finish, man, around the edges, beautiful. Tube Surfer, Kaiser Ursa Major. Yeah, I believe I saw that one, and I'm always on top of my Kaisers. That's another blade steel I don't have, that AEBL. That almost looks like too big to carry. I mean, it might go good in a backpack, but like every day, EDC, yeah, 4.4 inch blade. Yeah, that's a beast of a knife. That's why it's called the Major. I like the micarta better. Yeah, that's a heck of a knife. Yeah, I want something more that I can scout carry on a daily basis. I've got plenty of cold steels to take camping. But I love my Kaisers. Y'all know how much I love my Kaisers. Ed's posting pictures in the background of his amphibian. Let's see. Belletta does a great job. Carl Colson, Randall Style Trapper. Back ordered. 4.5 inch blade. Yeah, that's a beast of a knife too. That's one you let hang down the side of your leg and it almost goes to your knee. 9.5 inches. I meant to ask TC about this knife he posted. I think he made a cutout. I think he cut out a piece of. I think he did that. I think he overlaid that. I don't think you can buy that, can you? Maybe he didn't. I don't even know what that is, but it's a QSP something. Let me see if I can see if it's an actual knife. or if he did it. I'm not sure about that. Let's see. Downloads, knife, drag it over here. Dang it. Why is it not opening? All right, there it is. And then do Google Lens. No, he didn't do that. That's the Blade Show exclusive, I guess. I thought he did that. I meant to ask him about that. But it looks like right here, it's the Hyena. And this is it from Blade Magazine. Whoops. Yeah, there it is from Blade Magazine. The Hyena, sorry, not the Hyena. It's the Hyena. Well, can't even get it to. Why am I not seeing it? I guess it's still not out. He must have got it at Blade Show Atlanta. Alright, let's see. Let's go back and finish up. I believe that's it. Pre-orders, book spots. Go check out the Bladeology podcast if you haven't. If you want to subscribe to this newsletter every week, you just go to the droppoint.com/subscribe. Put your email in and it'll hit your email box with it. I think I'm going to start winding this one down and we'll end it up. Come back again tomorrow. Appreciate y'all being here. Love y'all. TGIF. Put back up all my Knoll knives in my case. The Vulcan. Is it the Vulcan? Gotta buy me a Vulcan. Everybody, if I haven't said this enough, go to Chicago Knife Works and buy you one of these full titanium Carter Primes. And if you want to pay the shipping to send it to me, I'll bead blast it for free to you and get that billboarding off of there just like that. And I'll even sharpen it for you for free if you send it to me. So yeah, go spend $34 for this full titanium knife with D2 steel. I'll bead blast it and sharpen it for free for you. And you'll have an awesome $45, $50 full titanium knife. Don't buy these unless you're going camping and you got a big cook station. Love my new clip on my Anthem. That Anthem clip that it comes with, it's pretty crazy. Anyway, guys, like I said, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great Friday. I will show y'all the knives I get today, tomorrow. Maybe y'all can join the Discord and post pictures of your knives so I can share them on the stream. I would really like to do that. I appreciate all y'all that do contribute to the Discord in the Pocket Check channel and such. And I appreciate everybody that contributes to the chat and the channel. Mr. Whalen, Mr. Tube Surfer, Mr. William, Mr. Lone Star, Mr. Nick, and everybody else. TC, you're still in the background there. Knives Are Life, probably still hanging out doing some work. Ed, appreciate you. Michael, William, Pete, anybody else that was here this morning in the background? Mr. Ron Crow, Waylon, appreciate all y'all. And Mr. No, you ain't got to sign up for the Discord. All you got to do is click on my link at the top of my YouTube page. So there's nothing to it but to do it. You don't have to download an app or nothing. All you got to do is go to my YouTube page, go to the top up here. It says Instagram and one more link. You just click there and you click that Discord link right there. You just put in whatever name you want to be known as in the Discord. You just start talking to us in the browser. Now you can claim your name by associating your email to it, but you don't have to. And you can download the app on every kind of device you could think of, but you don't have to. But just to get in there and post pics, all you got to do is click that link in the web browser and go to the channels and post a pic. So yeah, if you don't do it, you're silly. So yeah, super easy. Well, there we go. Wave to say hi. That's how easy it is. Welcome. See how quick that Mr. just did it? That quick. He's in. So y'all can do the same. Anyway, appreciate you guys. See y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. JT, sorry you caught me right at the end, buddy. And I get my VECP on Monday, John. So I don't know if you've gotten yours yet, but I get mine on Monday. Anyway, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow.